Hi, everyone. Welcome to these Training Tuesday tidbits. My name is Suzanne Castle. I'm the creator and founder of The Sparkle Factor, leading a revolution, seriously, to unleash your greatest dreams and imaginations and helping you not stay stuck. And today, what I want to talk about is creating a support system that actually does support you. I think so many times we think we have the people in place, right? We have our friends, we have our family, we might have a business associate or two, but are you really being strategic about the way that your support system is supporting you? And do you have the right people to help you reach your greatest success? That's what we're going to cover in this short little Training Tuesday segment. Let me know that you're here. Give me a thumbs up, either hashtag replay, hashtag live. Let me know where you're watching from, and I look forward to greeting you. Let's jump right in, shall we? It is natural, I think, to try to strive and solve problems on your own. Anybody else feeling that? Are you an individual? You like figuring it out on your own? So many of us, especially in the entrepreneur space, are like, oh, I can do it. Bigger, better, faster. And sometimes it might be pride that holds us back from asking for help, or it could be an embarrassment. It might even be fear. But either way, you will soon realize that you can solve your problems quicker and more efficiently by joining or developing your own support group. Hey, Micah, glad that you're here with us live. Good to see you. So here's the deal. Here's what I've learned about support systems. We grew up and we thought that, our best friend is the most supportive person in our circle, or maybe a loved one, a mom, a dad, a romantic interest. But here's the thing that I know, the benefits of a support group isn't always the same way that internally we learned about our friend group or our love group, those people that hold your heart. This is a different kind of support group. Let me quickly go through a couple of benefits that I see of support groups, because you see, just the venting factor alone, I have found, can be enough to make support groups worth it. Even if a solution might not exist, just knowing there are others who are enduring alongside you can help you feel at ease. And especially in this time when things are so topsy-turvy, we're not really sure when things are coming back on, it's helpful to have people in the same context that you're not always having to re-explain how you're feeling, because they're right there in the trenches with you. Here are some other added benefits of having a really good support system. So what I find is confidence. Your support groups can really restore your confidence. With confidence and drive, there's going to be nothing in between you and your ultimate goals. Sometimes we're feeling a little put down, right? We might feel a little dried out. We might feel wrung out, but whatever we're going through. But when you have a really good strategic support group in place, including a coach, including other people that are chasing similar dreams and goals and working on those action steps with you, it allows you to have a safe space to try things on, to get your confidence back, to vet things with them and go, hey, how does this sound? It really is magic. Another great benefit is really the emotional release. What do I mean when I say that? You may often forget that true importance of having an emotional release when you're trying to do it all on your own. When everything stays bottled up inside of you, you can get agitated. Your emotions will manifest themselves in unhealthy ways. It'll come out when you least expect it. But support groups will give you that important emotional release space that will help you open up to breakthroughs and remind you that you're not doing this alone. I think that alone is some of the most magic of having a support group. Here's another great benefit, though, is the info space. Here's what I mean by that. Knowledge is power, right? We all sing that, right? Conjunction, junction, what's your function, right? We didn't realize how much Schoolhouse Rock was really going to empower us, but knowledge really is power. Support groups give you an amazingly concentrated way of sharing a wealth of knowledge. So when you listen to a speaker or a counselor, you're only getting that one perspective. But when you listen with open ears in members of a support group, you can share those real experiences through many different perspectives. Hey, what do you think when they said this? Hey, have you found that to be true? What did you find that really worked in this? Knowledge is power. Great minds don't keep it alone. They share their wealth. Here's another great benefit on how a support group can help you get towards your great success, and that is in relationship building. Being a member of a support group will not only help you find success in the topic of the group, but with general relationships as well. Here's how that works. Support groups can be thought of as little samplings of the world at large. So when you frequently listen and relate to others, you're going to become a better communicator yourself. And let's face it, that is a big hurdle to cut, is how we're going to communicate, how we're going to show up in our very best space how we then allow others into our space, and how we're saying things so that they can resonate with us. It's not always just the way I say it. It's saying things so other people respond. A great place to work those things out is definitely in a support group. So you might be asking yourself, okay, well, these all sound great. These benefits are wonderful, but I want to know how. I want to know how I can develop that kind of strong support group. I got you. Don't worry. You see, developing your own support group is always an option. In fact, all you need is a couple of other people that you'd like to be a part of the same type of group as yourself. And you simply need to determine what methods of communication are going to work best. I call this my Sparkle Squad, and I'm going to help you decide who needs to be a part of that in just 1 second. So for example, if it's best to meet face to face, however you can do that, if it's like this and virtual, if it's one-on-one, if it's over lunch, whatever it is, inquire about times, potential venues to hold your discussion sessions. Put them on your calendar. These are important meetings, just like your board meeting, just like going to the doctor, just like having dinner with your loved ones. This is important too. And you simply need to find that way to do that. You know, if we've learned anything this last year, is that online forum is a really great option in our crazy, busy, overscheduled world. And this is helpful because you'll always be able to refer back to the helpful advice and personal reflections from others in the forum if you're recording it as well. So it is really a great dynamic to think about. There's also no set time frame that everyone has to meet if you're doing an online forum where people can jump in, give you their reflections, maybe record a short video. Clubhouse is another great way to just start a support group. So if you need a Clubhouse invitation, hit me up. I've got several to give away. You can also simply post or chat with group when it's convenient for you. There are lots of different ways. So I don't want you to get stuck necessarily in the how that structure will work based on your schedule, but really why you need to do that. You know, nowadays with all the social networks that we have, Clubhouse and Facebook groups, there's all sorts of ways to get easier and easier and get involved with others going through similar experiences. You can search Google for relevant forums and websites. You can take a look at Facebook groups, look even at Meetup or in Clubhouse. You know, I run a Facebook group for leaders who are looking for creative strategies. There's all these different ways that you can jump in and find what you need. And if you're involved with any type of one-on-one counseling or coaching, you can also inquire if there are group sessions in your local area, or maybe your coach actually runs a group that you might be interested in. And oftentimes, different kinds of insurance will cover support sessions. So if you are doing some intense internal work, check with your insurance. Even business insurance from time to time will cover those. So if that's the case, get on the phone and find out if they can get you hooked up with that, because a good support group will strengthen you, help build your confidence. So find one that you can identify with and get active. Here's some other tidbits that hi, Robbie, glad to see you this morning too. So here is the way that I structure what I call my Sparkle Squad. I have a whole Facebook group for women called the Sparkle Squad that's all about living joy. This is a different kind of Sparkle Squad. So you might want to jot a couple of these things down if you're trying to create your own Sparkly Squad. Remember, we spend the majority of our time with just 5 people. So you want to be asking yourself, is your squad, is your support group the kind of people to help you with your visions and where you want to be? And do they help you uncover your light, or do they dim you? This is different than those you're going to go get a drink with or those that you're grabbing lunch with. This is a strategic squad of people for you. So put some names with some important facets of a sparkly squad. For example, who gives you energy? Who supports you on the reg? You can text them in the middle of the night and they're right there with you. Who inspires you? This doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you actually know. Like, who inspires you? Is it an Oprah kind of person? I don't know, but just jot those down. Another way is, who do you admire in the same field as you? Is there someone that you think is doing good work? Don't always have a competitive spirit, but an admiration. Admiration. Don't you love that word? Admiration. So not admiration, admire nation. You want to be a part of that tribe that is admiring the work that they're doing. And then finally, who speaks truth to you? No matter what you're going through, who will tell you the truth? Not always like, it's going to be okay, but yeah, here's where you screwed up. And let's work on a way forward. So looking back at those kind of people that you're putting into those pockets, then you want to think about who has significant experience in the areas that you might be lacking. Who's just a little bit above you? Who's going to give you joy as you develop your relationships and be invested in your success? Then pick 3 names, maybe 4 names, and make a plan to gather with your stars. And I like to say who it is, when I'm contacting them and by when and what project I need their help with. Be specific with your invitations. When you're specific, people will resonate with you in a larger space. Say, great, I'd love to help you with that. But when we're just like, hey, I might generally need some help from time to time, it's harder to say yes. Do you see what I'm saying there? Okay. You have all these tips. It has been an amazing 10 minutes with you. I do want to remind you that if you're resonating with this kind of information, if you're wondering how to turn your action steps, your goals, your biggest dreams into something that you can do like this, how then do I actually do this and put it into the world? I got you covered. On April the 16th, I'm running a free 90-minute interactive workshop. This isn't just me talking. This is actually customized strategy. If you're on with me live, we're going to make it happen in just 90 minutes. All you have to do is go to suzannecastle.com/experience, reserve your spot so I can get you your workbook. This really is free, and it's just to help you reach your biggest dreams in a quick, no-fail, action step-oriented way. So get off that merry-go-round and get back to dreaming, okay? All right, I'm Suzanne Castle. Thanks for checking out this Training Tuesday segment. I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great day.